Well, here we are in Outlook. From Outlook, I'm just going to scroll down here to Jobs. I love the fact that I don't have to go into the Internet Explorer. I'm just in Outlook, and I just click right in the file tree, find Jobs, and open my job. Once that job gets open, I can do all kinds of things. Set up the job, put all the key people in it, all the key information, and most importantly, get the budget in. And I'm able to get the budget in by just importing it right into IPM. I just had an Excel spreadsheet that had my budget with all the items on there, the cost codes and everything. Once it got in, then I go ahead and I run a report so I can see how that estimate turned out, make sure everything's in there the way I wanted it to be. And you can see what I did was I broke this down between the general contractor's work and the owner's work when I imported it in, and that summarized it based on that. Then as you look into the estimate, I've got a lot of detail under each cost code. These cost codes are summary cost codes. And then all the items that is underneath it sit right there. And all those items can be reported by the line items, the summary, or it can be reported by the detail. And once I do that, I can just go ahead and export this to Excel or print it in PDF form. There's a whole bunch of things I can do with every report that's in the system. Now that I have the budget in, I'm going to go ahead and write some subcontracts. Now, I've already written a subcontract to KMU for the demolition work. You can see it's already in the system there. And each one of these line items was grabbed from the estimate that we just imported. So when I grabbed those line items, all the information about it came in. The cost code, the type of work it is, if it's a sub, if it's other. And then when the information came in, we had a little better bid, so I just go ahead and mark those down a little bit. Now let's say we want to add one more item to this subcontractor. Let's give them the metal stud work. So we just add an item. We can scroll down here and find the metal stud. There's lots of times there's a lot of work in going through there because you could have many items. So what I do, I just kind of click in here and just type M. And when I type M, it's going to bring in anything belong to M, and just select the metal studs. Just that quick, I've added the metal stud work to this subcontract, and that's all done. Now let's say we wanted to record invoices. Every month we're going to get invoices. We can go ahead and create an invoice for each month. A little grid appears, looks similar to a AIA billing where we have the work completed to date, the past work done. We can put our retainages on here. You can see I've gone ahead and entered in the amount that was billed for this month. So now that everything is in and I've got some subcontracts, I've got some billings, I'm going to go ahead and start forecasting this. So I'll go back to my job and I'll find the items that I want to forecast. I'll just scroll right down here. I'll highlight that abatement. You can see what my budget was over on the right panel. You can see what my commitments were. And based on that, I can start now forecasting what is going to be left to commit. Now, I understand that we're going to pick up a little more money yet on this contract, so I'm going to forecast another savings of $75,000. But I can just go down every line item and do the forecasting for every cost code I have. Then I go ahead and run the report. When I bring up the report, you can see everything that I need to know about this. I've got my original budget. I've got any change orders. I've got the revised budget. I have what I've billed to date. And then I have what I've forecasted. And once I see what I've forecasted, I can see then what I picked up or what I'm behind. And all this gets summarized down at the bottom of the report. And I know exactly where I'm going. And you can see forecasting is just really easy to do. It's all visible. We get to see everything as we do it, get wonderful reports, know where you are at every moment.